Now we have Maya Carter with us, an actress from the show as well as dance captain for the production. Hi Maya, how are you?
Good. I'm doing fine, Jack. How are you?
Good. So there's been a lot of talk about this production and the concept and one of the elements, which is movement. And it's choreographed by Stormy Brandenburger. And so you, being her dance captain, I was wondering if you could share with us a little bit about the movement and how that ties into the concept and overall production of Burial.
Well, incorporating choreography has been really cool. Working with Cindy and Stormy has just been a really amazing experience, especially with adding the dancers. At the beginning of this process, Cindy definitely said that she wanted this to be movementy, and bringing Stormy in was really wonderful. But 2 weeks into the process, we sort of realized that we needed more bodies, and so we auditioned for some extra movement people, a movement ensemble, if you will, and we got some wonderful dancers and a few more drama majors to come in and sort of round out our cast, and that was really amazing. I remember one of the first rehearsals we had with them, we were working on this movement piece. We do a little prologue at the beginning of the show. Don't want to give much more away than that, but it was very nice to finally start working on it with them, because having more bodies in the room and in our set and in our space really helped us to convey this feeling of war and this feeling of unrest and unease, which is definitely something that the beginning of the show wants to communicate. Being able to work with the movement ensemble has just been really fun. Stormy has really, taken them and molded them into what she wants them to be, and I mean, us as a cast, we all really love them. We bond, we hang out, we get pizza. But that's been really, really awesome. We definitely focus a lot on doing, isolations and things like that to kind of make it feel, staccato and cold and sort of really a little unsettling in the beginning, which is generally what the prologue's about. And the ensemble's also used with the chorus. The chorus has a lot of sections where they're doing some speaking, and the ensemble is there to either add movement or sound throughout the show, so they do function in both of those capacities.
That's great to hear. It sounds like the production is a wonderful marriage between the drama department and the dance department here at Hofstra, which is really exciting to see. You talk a lot about using the movement and the movement ensemble to create this environment, this world of Thebes. Now I understand the show is in the new academic building in our Black Box Theater. Yes. And I understand that the set is not what audiences or casts here at Hofstra are necessarily used to. So I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about that.
Well, that set has been a point of contention and a definite doozy. During most of our rehearsals, we were in, 106 upstairs, and we just had the set taped out on the floor. We did it in a flat space. But our show has levels, and it's in the round. So transferring it from a rehearsal to actually being in the space has been very, very interesting. There are seats all around, and there's a level above the audience's heads where some acting happens. That's our little octagon. We've also used the mezzanine level, so it's happening all around you. There are also some staircases throughout the seats, and a big old pile of mulch, circle of mulch in the middle of the theater. And that's been really fun to work with. It definitely brings another layer to this show, a really earthy and grounded one, because, dirt. But that's been fun to play with. We come home and we've got mulch everywhere and things like that. But it's been a really interesting process. I think the set really helps to have the audience feel connected. It's a very intimate space. There are a few less seats than have been in other Black Box productions just because of the way we have the space configured, but I think that's really cool. It kind of makes the audience feel like they're there. Cindy talked about wanting the audience to feel like they are very, indicted and connected to the process and very able to sort of be in the decision making with the chorus and with Creon and sort of be witnesses to the story that we're telling, more than just, being an audience member and watching a show. She really wants them to feel like they were there.
It sounds like a very exciting and modern and really relevant show for Hofstra University. I was wondering if you could tell me just a little bit about what it means to you to be in this production of Burial at Thebes, Antigone.
Boy. Burial. Burial right now is very relevant and very, very close to my heart. I think the hearts of everyone who is involved in the show. It's been a very rewarding process, challenging at times to sort of keep adding on new layers of kind of cultural relevancy and like why the story is important. But I think a lot of that can be found in our world today. There are so many societal things happening in the world, so many conflicts that kind of are reflected in the whole struggle between Creon and Antigone of, you know, both parties thinking that they're right. There are a lot of things going on in the world right now that just are sort of wrong. You know, you can even think of, I draw parallels to the conflict in Ferguson, Missouri right now, and, you know, what's happening with the protesters there and, you know, the police force. And I feel like there is a lot of relevance between, you know, someone in power and then someone who feels as though they have been disenfranchised and how both feel that they are trying to do something that's right. I feel like Burial has a lot of things to say about the nature of right and wrong and really the nature of who is right and kind of how conflict can either be brought to a peaceful end or a non-peaceful one. And I think that it is very moving and harrowing, and it sort of it teaches, and it's taught me a lot about myself and I guess the world. It's just been really, really rewarding experience, and I couldn't have asked for a better start to my junior year.
That's great to hear. Well, I've already seen the show. I can't wait to see it again. You were wonderful.
Thank you.
Everyone,
I can't wait for you to come back.
Absolutely. Everyone, please go see Burial at Thebes this
Yes.
weekend in the new academic building.